Welcome back to Global Bike Buzz, the channel where we bring you the latest updates, reviews, and deep dives into the motorcycles and scooters shaping the world of two wheels. Today we've got something special lined up, a machine that has been stirring up conversation in both urban commuting circles and among first-time riders. This is the 2025 Honda Navi, a bike that blurs the line between scooter and motorcycle. Designed with Honda's usual clever engineering and practical focus, we're going to take you through a full breakdown of this little machine, exploring every angle, its performance, its features, and of course, whether it's worth your hard-earned money in 2025. When you first lay eyes on the Navi, what immediately stands out is its unique design. Unlike a traditional scooter that often has step-through styling, the Navi's exterior carries a mini-bike look, with a distinct motorcycle-style frame while still maintaining the ease of use associated with scooters. From the front, it gives off a playful yet rugged impression. The 2025 model has received some subtle updates in design language. The headlights are now sharper, with a squarish housing that integrates neatly with the indicators, giving the front a modern and confident look. Honda has also worked on the detailing, so even though it's a small-capacity bike, it doesn't look cheap or stripped down. The front fender hugs the wheel closely, adding to the compact and sporty feel, and depending on the color variant you choose, you can get bold contrasts that make it pop on the road. Moving to the side profile, the character of the Navi becomes clearer. The proportions are quirky but purposeful. You'll notice the scooter-style engine placement with the CVT transmission tucked away, while the rest of the body mimics the stance of a mini motorcycle. Honda continues to use that cleverly integrated storage box where a fuel tank would usually sit. This is one of the Navi's signature design elements, and for 2025, the box feels sturdier, with better hinges and more weather sealing, making it practical for daily use. The flat seat runs almost straight across, meaning it's comfortable for both rider and pillion, though as you'd expect with such a compact machine, the space is best suited for short city rides. The side panels and graphics for 2025 look sharper, with Honda experimenting with some youthful patterns and bold color schemes perfect for the younger generation and for anyone who wants a bike that stands out in a sea of scooters. Looking from the back, the Navi keeps things simple yet functional. The taillight cluster is compact, with clear lens indicators and a neat grab rail integrated into the design. Because of the bike's small stature, everything looks tighter and more proportioned, which makes it easy to park, squeeze through traffic, and maneuver in tight spaces. The rear wheel is partially covered by the bodywork, reinforcing its scooter DNA, but the overall silhouette remains distinct from your typical step-through scooter. Now let's talk about the heart of this machine, the engine. The 2025 Honda Navi continues to use the tried and tested 109cc single-cylinder, air-cooled, 4-stroke engine. It's the same reliable engine platform that powers other small Honda scooters, which means parts availability, durability, and servicing are no issue. Honda has fine-tuned the fuel injection system this year to meet stricter emission norms while also improving throttle response. On paper, the engine produces around 8 horsepower and about 8.9 Nm of torque. That may not sound like much, but remember, this bike weighs under 110 kilograms, so power-to-weight balance is on its side. When you ride the Navi, what immediately becomes clear is how effortless it feels. The CVT automatic transmission means there's no clutch and no gears to worry about. You simply twist the throttle and go, making it beginner-friendly and incredibly convenient for city traffic. Acceleration from a standstill is smooth and brisk enough to keep up with urban traffic, and the top speed hovers around 80 km per hour, which is more than enough for short highway sprints and daily commutes. The lightweight frame makes it agile, easy to flick through traffic, and surprisingly fun for weaving around city streets. Honda has also improved the suspension slightly for 2025. The telescopic forks up front and single shock at the rear now feel a bit more planted, absorbing bumps and potholes better than before. Don't expect motorcycle-level cornering stability, but for what it is, a small urban runabout, it's very competent. The braking setup remains basic, with drum brakes front and rear on most trims, though in some markets you might find a front disc option. Combined braking system, or CBS, comes standard, which helps distribute braking force and adds a layer of safety for new riders. Fuel efficiency has always been a strong point of the Navi, and the 2025 model keeps that reputation intact. Expect figures in the ballpark of 45 to 50 km per liter, depending on how aggressively you ride. With a small fuel tank of just 3.5 liters, you're not going to get massive range, but considering its purpose as a city bike, that's still more than enough for most commutes before needing a top-up. Another important point to note is practicality. That front storage box, which has become an icon for the Navi, now fits a bit more, easily swallowing up a water bottle, small grocery items, or a compact backpack. Underseat storage isn't really there, since the design doesn't allow it, but the bike's compactness means you'll find it easy to add on accessories like rear luggage racks or side carriers if needed. Now, let's touch on pricing. The 2025 Honda Navi continues its mission to be one of the most affordable entry points into the Honda lineup. Prices vary by region, but in most markets, it slots in below traditional scooters like the Honda Activa or Dio. In the United States, expect a price tag around $2,000. While in India and other Asian markets, it remains in the ultra-budget category, making it one of the cheapest Honda-branded two-wheelers available. That low cost of entry, combined with Honda's bulletproof reliability and low running costs, makes it a serious contender for students, urban commuters, or even as a fun second bike for experienced riders. At this point, you might be wondering who exactly the Honda Navi is for. The answer is pretty simple. It's for anyone who wants easy, affordable, and fun mobility without the intimidation of a traditional motorcycle. If you're new to riding, the Navi is practically tailor-made for you. If you already have a big bike but want something lightweight for daily errands, the Navi is a perfect secondary companion. And if you simply like standing out with a quirky, funky-looking machine, this bike ticks that box too. Of course, it's not without limitations. The small tank means frequent refueling if you push it daily. Highway cruising isn't its strong suit, as the top speed is modest. And for taller riders, the compact proportions might feel a little cramped on longer rides. But when you consider the price, the fuel efficiency, the styling, and the practicality, these drawbacks are easy to overlook. So, where does that leave us with the 2025 Honda Navi? In our view, Honda has taken what was already a lovable little bike and refined it just enough to stay relevant in today's market. It's reliable, stylish, efficient, and, most importantly, it makes riding fun and accessible. For many people around the world, the Navi could be their first step into the world of two-wheelers, and Honda knows exactly how to cater to that audience. And that wraps up our detailed review of the 2025 Honda Navi. If you've made it this far, thank you for riding along with us on Global Bike Buzz. Don't forget to hit that